Ladies and gentlemen, will you please take your seats? The show will begin in 1 minute.
No, I'm not staying long.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Reverse the Verse. It's Friday, August 21st, 2015. I'm one of your community managers, Jared Huckabee. This is our Director of Community Engagement and Online Strategy and Spaceships, Mr. Ben Lesnick. This is our Subscription Manager, Alexis Lesnick.
Hennessy.
And welcome to...
Jack Hennessy.
And that's Hennessy, Jack Hennessy. Jane, where are you hiding?
I'm not here.
This is this is the OG. This is my friend. This is my buddy.
Kiss. No.
That got weird.
Yeah, it got weird.
That got weird. It was 'cause
Weird
him.
really fast.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Bros.
We're working. RTP is live. Okay, that's good. So 11 a.m. August 22nd. Lately we've started with our weekend review.
All right.
Keep along with that. Ben, how's your week been?
My week's been pretty good. It's been a little quieter. Everything's calming down after Gamescom. We're doing the Vanguard stuff, a lot of ship reviews. We got in some new internal stuff on the Endeavor and the repair ship that's naming it Crucible. They're starting to. I think we finally have the shape for the Crucible down, and Endeavor is just working on its different variant pods.
Variant pods?
So different kinds of science. But yeah, pretty quiet week in general.
Yep. What you been up to, James?
Hanging out, mostly.
Just chilling.
Just kicking it, you know.
Just chilling.
Just hanging out, doing what I
Chilling.
can.
Well, I'm looking forward to your weekly report.
How about you, Jack Hennessy? What have you been up to?
We filmed a bunch of cool stuff this week. We put out a thing on ATV with Omar and some helmets and a little beef between him and Jeremiah. So I think we're gonna see a follow up to that.
Is the music still on?
Nope. Is the music? The music's still on. Well done. There you go. Sorry, guys.
Filming some cool stuff for next week's ATV this week with Gurmak in the Vanguard. So that's going to be pretty exciting. It's getting ready for CitizenCon already.
The Vanguard's so cool.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's easily my favorite ship.
Yeah, Gerbeck's done a crazy amount of artwork for this sale. You're going to see inside and out of all of the variants. So,
Yeah,
good stuff.
When he was working on the original Vanguard and whatnot, I used to just sit up there and kind of watch him for like a couple minutes every day. He printed me up my own big image of the Vanguard. It was very nice.
Go away, printed right under.
Yeah, it was. I hope this settles us. Stop coming by, Gurmak. Justin,
What's up?
how you doing, Justin?
Chilling.
What you been up to
Everybody's
this?
chilling.
What you been up to this
Nobody
week?
works for a living.
Nobody's chilling.
I'm actually working on a 10 for the chairman that'll be coming soon.
Monday.
To a screen near
Spoilers.
you.
Spoilers.
Yep.
Spoiler.
Chris Roberts is back, 10 for the chairman this Monday.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Some big surprises.
Yeah. I even have a
Don't
cameo.
oversell it.
Alexis.
I've been working on a lot this week.
I know you have.
Sandy and I have been working on some new merchandise. We've got something coming for concierge folks. We've got a special something for subscribers. We've got other stuff. So lots
Other
of
stuff?
cool stuff.
Cool other stuff.
Cool other stuff.
Star Citizen, cool other
So,
stuff.
so we'll have more on that in probably a month or so.
Cool. This week, I spent doing extensive testing on our upcoming community hub. That should come out to you guys real soon. It's very cool. It's a great way to aggregate all the community-generated content out there. Very excited about it.
Make Wonderful World obsolete.
Well, no, it makes Wonderful World a lot easier for me. Also, worked on our work on our Manchester poster that's coming along. Mr. Ben had a fantastic idea for.
Can't say what it was.
Can't say what it was, but you'll see it. You'll see it come SitCon. Manchester Poster's shaping up,
Aw.
and it's just
I miss you too, Chelsea.
a lot of fun. Oh yeah, hi Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea.
Hello, Chelsea.
Hello, Chelsea. We miss you.
The CSQ misses you.
Yes, you.
Yes,
Speaking
let's
of.
give an update on that, by the
Yes,
way.
so we're about 1,500 tickets behind. Everything coming out of Gamescom. The folks in the UK are working their, what do you call it, butt in England? Arse?
Arse.
They're
Arse.
working their arses off.
What do you call butt in England? It's a butt.
But if you have a ticket waiting, they will get to it. Just not quickly.
As quickly as they can.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure we give everyone time of day.
Yeah.
We're not robots. We should be robots, though. Let's be robots.
It reminds me of like iRobot.
Right?
I'll be Will Smith though.
And our fearless marketing friend Alyssa is out sick today. We hope she feels better soon. If you're watching this, Alyssa, your life is sadder than we thought.
And we love you. We love you.
We love you also, yes.
That's not true. I expected your life to be as sad as it actually is.
Oh, we should talk about the party.
Party.
Although we're not then throwing Alyssa under the bus because she's not here.
Yeah.
No, we love Alyssa. What party?
What were we at on Sunday?
Oh,
We're all at.
that's right. That's a part of our weekend review. We threw Alexis a surprise birthday party. Surprise birthday party.
So Lando and I took her to the toy store while James,
Because we're adults.
James and Alyssa and Jack Hennessy.
He wasn't Jack Hennessy yet.
No, he was. He
He
was.
was.
Yeah,
But we
Jack-
didn't know he was
Yeah.
Jack Hennessy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He became Jack Hennessy at the party.
So they decorated the house
I was
with
gonna just hang out for a little bit.
Lisa Frank.
yes, flashing lights and Lisa Frank napkins and
And I got the alcohol.
yes, and James brought the alcohol. By the way, I owe you money for the alcohol.
You do.
There's still vodka in our freezer.
Yeah, we didn't even touch the vodka.
Yeah.
I'm pretty pissed.
Yeah. We'll come over this weekend and drink the vodka.
Do we tell them the fun story?
Yes,
on the way?
we will get it there. So we had a surprise party for Allie. It was fun, and so Lando and I are driving Allie to the toy store. We pull up next to some shop in Santa Monica, and Allie goes, "Is that Alyssa?" And
We all looked to
Sure
the
enough,
left.
we all looked to the left, and there is Alyssa. Wildly gesticulating, apparently about to kill a man. It seemed there'd been some sort of traffic
It's a
incident.
traffic incident.
And you know, Alyssa, she has a distinct look, including
Yes.
white sunglasses, pink hair.
Tattoos.
Is Alyssa.
Yeah.
And so we go, what would Alyssa be doing here in
Yes.
Santa Monica? I don't know. It's probably just somebody who looks like her.
Yes, it's important to note that Alyssa has no business being in Santa Monica
Yeah.
on a Saturday. She doesn't live in Santa Monica. So we're trying to hide the surprise party, and there's Alyssa right there. We're stuck at a traffic light. We can't move. I can't drive away.
If you don't,
And we're
if you
just-
don't live in Santa Monica,
You don't go to Santa
You don't want
Monica.
to come here on weekends.
So we're at this light for like 4 minutes. It seems like 40. Ben and I trying to come up with excuses about how it's probably not Alyssa. That can't be Alyssa, because if it's Alyssa, it spoils the surprise. Why is she here?
Somehow talk me out of
So
it being-
we're like, that's not her. She doesn't wear black lipstick or have a tattoo in this place or something, right?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you know, Alyssa could be in danger.
Yes, I felt very, very bad immediately afterwards because like, oh, wait a minute, did I just leave her to fight some man
And sacrifice her for this.
for the sake of the surprise party?
Yeah,
It
my
was-
whole thing started off a little like you guys left on time. I was a little late. Alyssa calls me and says she got in a car accident. Hennessy calls me saying you can't find the place. And I still have to go to Bevmo to get alcohol. I'm just like, shit.
Yes, but ultimately, let me tell you, there was no fear that Alyssa was in any danger.
That
That
man was in
that
danger.
guy was in danger.
She was
So that's why we felt okay with it, and ultimately it worked out just fine.
Someone
And that was
wants to
our
know
weekend.
why we're talking about our personal lives instead of Star Citizen.
That's what we do here. Actually, one of my favorite things that I heard over and over in Germany was folks like joining this because it's like we're part of your family. We share both Star Citizen and our personal lives.
Yeah. This is the community team's chance to just chat with you and get to know you, and you get to know us.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you want Just Star Citizen, ATV for the most part.
ATV, 10 for the chairman.
Meet the
All the
devs.
other
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is one where we hang out and we
Not
chat.
everything has to be everything,
So-
everything to everyone.
Yep. But
I
usually,
am all things to all men. I shall now shine my countenance upon our Star Citizen question.
what was that? In my country, you would have many wives.
That's another story.
That's another story. All right, 10 minutes. That's usually the amount of time we do for opening BS. Let's take a look at some questions. Question: why isn't Reverse the Verse longer? There's a good one to start. 'Cause this feels pretty long already, doesn't
We
it?
linked to an hour already.
Yeah, as ridiculous as our lives seem on this show, we actually do have a lot of work to do pretty much all the time. So as much as I would love to live stream 24/7, because this is one of the most fun things we do in the week.
Yeah, we've got meetings with Turb after this. Our monthly studio tour is today. Today's a pretty busy day.
Yeah, usually Fridays are our busiest.
Yeah, Fridays aren't like casual hang back days for us, unfortunately.
We're going to be chasing the FPS post after this.
FPS post.
Okay, I've got a social meeting and our
Jump Point
review
comes
on-
out today.
Jump Point. I forgot about Jump Point.
Hey,
Yeah, so there's a lot to do today.
What's going on with the social module?
Let's go into the social module with you. The guys in Austin are working on getting it to the PTU. I've heard that it's close, but we don't have a specific date to share yet.
For those of you who were wondering about our downtime last night, we've migrated the website. So the website and a bunch of our backenders now on Google. Google GC, I can't remember what the acronym is.
As you know, every winter websites have to fly south to Mexico, where they roost and breed new websites. And we've been keeping the RSI site from doing that all this time, and now we're allowing it to go out into the world.
You're just going to let that hang there for a second. What kind of money does CIG get from Big Tobacco? Oh, CIG, SIG.
Oh
None.
my god.
Sorry.
You read it out loud.
Yeah, well, I should have read it first.
Yeah, you should have.
That's what happens when I... Yeah, all right. Sorry for hitting the table. Are volunteers needed for CitizenCon?
No, I think we're good for CitizenCon. It's a smaller event, logistics-wise. If that changes, we will certainly let you know. But I would just think if you're going to CitizenCon, sit back and enjoy the ride and the delightful British food that is sure to delight.
Bangers and mash.
We cannot promise baggers or mash.
English cuisine. Our apologies.
Hey, Jarrett, why don't you shave your beard?
Jarrett, why doesn't Jarrett shave his beard? There's absolutely no point or reason to my beard. It's just I got
love
tired
Jarrett.
of trimming it. At
Jarrett's
some
my
point, I'll
favorite.
wake up one morning and it'll just be gone. Could be tomorrow. Could be 6 months
Jarrett
from
is
now.
my favorite coach.
Will we get a deep dive on sensor and radar mechanics in the PU?
You will eventually, possibly not next week, but soon. Also, possibly next week. It's when we're talking about doing soon in the near future.
Yeah. Once the social module is released, will the Fleet View be active for organizations? No, those are two distinct
Unrelated.
systems. Yeah, unrelated systems.
So what the social module is, it's essentially your first steps into the PU. It's going to let you walk around our core with other players, just kind of to see what we've been building. You can see the level of fidelity, the locations, the shops, a little bit of NPC interaction, and just the ability to do it seamlessly with other players. And then we have a whole schedule for the next 18 months after that goes from the social module to the future. And so it'll be like Arena Commander. You'll see new features. I would say we're launching this one even earlier than we did AC, kind of in the timeline. You're really going to watch this grow up.
Yeah, if you have any questions about what the social module entails, just watch the Gamescom demo. It's what you see there is what we're pushing.
Thanks, Jarrett.
And I know Tony is writing a piece about what the social module is and where it's going that will come out with it.
I like Tony's posts.
Okay.
I don't think. Can we talk about the cargo module discrepancy in the Retaliator? Do we have that information?
I can talk about it, but I can't answer the question. Oh, where's my phone? I'll show you my email. So, as promised on Twitter, I contacted our designers saying, "Hey, what's the deal with this? What is the proper measurement?" Which, of course, has just caused a spiraling reaction in which they're remeasuring everything to make sure. So, the number will come, but it won't come today.
Will the Vanguard be variants or interchangeable modules?
Variants. I think it's much more exterior differences than interior for the Vanguard.
So, the traditional variant system you've been used to.
Yeah.
For the Vanguard.
Yeah, no, we should stress again that one is not replacing the other. There will always be variant ships, and there will always be interchangeable ship guts.
Chip guts.
Ship guts.
Will there be upgrades during the Vanguard variant sale?
If you have an existing Vanguard, you'll be able to upgrade it to either of the other two. And I know the other question everyone keeps asking is LTI ? I believe we did not announce the two Vanguard variants back in the initial sale. I want to go and check first. But if we did not, then they will be offered with LTI. If we did, I know we've mentioned them since then, but not at a time when you could have picked up two LTI-based Vanguards. So we're going to go back and check the original messaging. My thought is it probably will be LTI.
When will we know what was inside the box Jarrett showed us a few days ago?
10 for the chairman.
10 for the chairman.
10 for the chairman. 10 for the chairman.
Did we announce the names of the Vanguard variants yet?
Yes. Standard Vanguard is the Vanguard Warden, and then there's the Vanguard Sentinel and the Vanguard Harbinger.
Yep. And you saw the cockpit of the Vanguard Warden, which is the base model, at the sneak peek of yesterday's Around the Verse.
And you saw a little bit of the Sentinel on Sandy's Facebook last night.
Yes.
Dad.
K-Rad.
Jared.
Dad.
Jared, read a question, Jared.
Don't do your Chris Roberts
no,
impressions
don't.
live on the air. Save them for the home.
The home. Just walk around your house by yourself.
What's the status on
Like
Orgs?
you've never been married.
Yeah. What's the status on Orgs 2.0?
TBD. You'll be hearing more probably as soon as it comes.
Yeah. We get that probably every single week.
Yep. Some of the top turbs are coming next week to talk about future stuff. So we'll have a better idea of timelines then.
Yeah. What are the current thoughts on head or helmet bob among CIG? Is it intentional or a bug you guys haven't gotten around to fixing?
I believe it's intentional in the FPS stuff right now, but I'm not sure what the long-term thought is. It's one of those things where I know it's in the game right now. I don't know if it's something that Chris Robertson specifically said he wanted or didn't want, so I can't say for sure where it's going.
No.
Are there any plans for a tow truck ship?
Well, very much the Crucible is the tow truck ship. You'll be seeing that at some point.
Can we hope to see another career deep dive in the future?
Yes.
Yes. Can't say what it'll cover yet.
Yep, probably repair will be a big one that's coming up, and science associated with either of those two ships once they're done.
Will we have to pay for a social module pass, or is it available to all backers?
All right, it'll be available all back. Well, let me first stress this one. It will initially be available to about 2,000 backers because we need to do a very specific stress test spread out around the world that so when it goes to PTU, it will be available for about 2,000 backers that have been pre-chosen just because of how it allows us to test the system, and then shortly after that it will be available to everyone. But no additional $5 pass for this one. We see this one as so like with Arena Commander, with Star Marine, we build them into the fiction as games you're playing in the Star Citizen universe. This is actually the Star Citizen universe, so this is the very, very first beachhead of what you pledged for initially.
And do you need alpha access to access it, or will you get it just by backing?
I believe that everyone will get it just by backing.
Okay.
It's essentially part of the hangar.
Cool.
It's like your hangar got big.
Hangar got big. From
And friends. That's another one we want to point out. You will not have shared hangars at first. If you try to go into someone else's hangar, it just takes you to yours right now. That will change in the future. It's on the timeline. But for this first one, it's the only shared area is ArcCorp. And that's very intentional for what they're trying to learn about the servers.
And that's full of NPCs and other stuff to interact with.
Yeah.
Yep. It has NPCs.
Can you slash dance?
There are summon modes. I don't know that dance is one of them yet.
It better be.
Where is the Cartoon Scout? Is alive?
It is alive. It's on our schedule. We're
Yep. For those of you who haven't seen it, there is a ship status page started by our own James Pugh in the official announcements section on our official forums.
And that will be officially updated soon.
Yes, we're
Officially.
rejiggering our ship pipeline at the moment, so they have to finish that work before we can do our updates.
Officially, yes.
But it's good news that we're rejiggering. It means we're getting some more resources off Squadron 42 to deliver some of the pledge ships sooner. It's all good stuff.
Yeah, so all of your ship status questions, we don't have answers for you at the moment. It won't stop you from asking, but... Will our corporations have like a web service plus push messages for UEC transfers?
I mean,
Who?
maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know the context for that one.
Yeah.
No, the 2,000 players are not picked by citizen numbers.
No, that's
No.
not by citizen numbers.
They are pre-selected.
Yeah, it has to do with locations and how far they are away from
Connection
particular
type.
servers. Yeah, it's all sorts of scientific QA stuff we don't understand.
This is a very, like Ben said, it's a very specific stress test to begin
Yeah.
with.
Someone wants to know when James will be flyable.
No.
James flies every weekend.
For sure, dude.
When are we going to see anti-aliasing implemented?
I can't answer that.
Yeah,
one.
probably not anytime soon. That's an optimization and type thing that usually happens towards the end of development. So it's just the game changes too much right now as we're building
Yeah.
it.
Good point. That's something to keep in mind. Is I know people want us to go through the polish and stuff right now, but it's kind of pointless if we're not feature complete yet.
Yeah. And it's always a struggle, you know. You like, why isn't the game out? Why isn't the game out? Why haven't you polished stuff? Why haven't you polished? Why haven't you polished? And it's a constant battle we have to fight. Never going to please everybody, but try.
Will the Endeavor concept be sold before CitizenCon?
Well, that's just a covert. That's just a covert date question, isn't it?
Yep.
The answer is that any concept will be sold once it goes through the design process. It's not based on any particular event or anything like that. When we want to do a ship for an event, we do one that does not require additional design. So what I'm saying is that there will be a ship revealed at CitizenCon. It's not the Endeavor. It's possible the Endeavor might come online right then, but that's based on design.
What, if any, revisions to the 300 series have been done?
None yet. It's just on the schedule for future look.
I was talking to, for Cutlass questions, I was talking to Nick Elms about the Cutlass today. No information yet, but we're working on it.
Oh, and we want to thank Clifford for the fantastic fruit basket.
Yeah, where'd that fruit?
Go get that fruit, James.
Where'd that fruit?
Where'd that fruit?
James will be with the first shirt.
No, it's from Los Angeles.
Yep. That shirt James is wearing is from Star Citizen organization, the Ausmonauts. It's got his name on the back.
I noticed that.
Everybody here got a shirt with their name on the back,
That's it.
except me.
Except us. Okay.
Oh.
Slim hanging. Whatever.
I'll high five
Whatever.
you.
I don't need your high fives to feel good about myself.
You missed the high five
Hey,
opportunity.
we got fruit.
Now you can watch see fruit.
Why is there fruit?
I'm gonna eat this Starship
Because
one.
a Star Citizen,
Star
Clifford,
Citizen.
Clifford, aka Miku, likes to send us fruit.
Really? Thank
Yep.
you so much. I've seen these around before. I didn't know
Yes.
that they were from.
He's very good at timing them to arrive just before
Thank
reverse the verse
you.
too. I'm gonna put it over here.
Kiwi too. It's fancy.
What sort of NPC population will the social module be released with? Very
I am
small.
unsure. It's a small
Yeah,
population.
very,
but-
very, very small at this point.
Mhm. We'll have more on that for you when it
Yeah.
is.
Right now, it's more important to get people in than NPCs.
And I should say it's all alternate behavior. They've, we've talked about this distributed development stuff in the past. We've said, people are still working on this module while this one might be delayed or this one's whatever. You're actually going to be seeing it. They've been working in quiet dignity on this for quite a while, and it's going to pay off.
Very important question. Has Lisa finally accepted ship shape as her nickname? I'm actually pretty neutral to it. I think it's funny, but I'm probably never going to introduce myself that way.
You tell how funny she thinks it is.
No, I do. I mean, I don't laugh uncontrollably at every memory of something funny I've ever heard.
Or at all.
But I actually do respond to it. People will occasionally call me ship shape around the office. I'm like, yeah. Mostly these guys down here. People upstairs don't know.
Oh. Will we be able to use NPCs in Arena Commander 2.0 as gunners?
Don't know. Probably not first release, but down the line.
Yeah. Again, the priority is getting people in first.
Because the real technical challenge is getting as many people playing the game as we can in one place. So that's what a lot of our public-facing stuff is focused around.
Update on the AeroView elevator bug fix. Nothing specific, but elevators are an important part of the social module. So,
Take some Vanguard questions. Obviously, we can't tell you that much, but Gurmuk is working on some of the images that we're going to be sharing when we reveal everything, and it's looking awesome. So you'll find out more soon. It's not for me right now. Let's see. If you all out drinking, how much would I have to save up to cover the bill? I'm a lightweight, so I'd probably need one drink. Maybe
I only
two.
drink soda, so
Maybe two.
I'm cheap.
I'm not a big drinker either. But James will drink
He
for
makes
all of
up for
us.
it.
So,
You guys
yeah.
are giving the most boring answer.
Yeah. We're not party
My
people.
answer is it takes you one drink, and I'm
Yeah,
done.
I need 2 or 3.
Yes, James left the room because he's currently watching Aliens.
If I haven't had anything, if I haven't had much to eat that
Yeah.
day, like a busy day at work, it's like 1 and I'm gone.
Yeah.
And other nights I'm like 3 or 4, and I'm like, where did this come from? I actually don't drink that much.
For the question about the ability to add friends to the lobby and also on invite so we can recreate without the lobby. I don't have any. Do you have any info on the lobby system, the friend system for Reclaim? Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's all.
I'll send something up the flagpole. We won't have an answer for during this episode, but I'll see what I can find out.
So we've been working on a shift schedule recently, and none of this is signed off on yet, but some of the ones that we are hoping to potentially, if this gets signed off on, start at least before the end of the year. I think Xi'an Scout might have been on there. That was a contender. I think the Reliant was a contender. Trying to remember, my head is swimming with ships right now. I'm trying to give you guys something. And again, this could all change. People could look at it, the powers that be, and be like, "No, we need to do that."
I know, I've got one of those no meetings with Aaron Roberts next week, I think.
No, the Vanguard will not be hangar ready next week. This is just a concept sale for the variants.
Yeah.
It's no indication of the current hangar ready status of the primary Vanguard.
Some question about some shields not working. I'm not sure if it's the exact same issue. off the top of
Mustang
my head.
Delta. People said the Mustang
have
Delta
someone-
shields haven't worked for 8 months.
We have someone who's doing a
That's
bunch of
weird.
shield bug fixes right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can also take a look at the data. The data for the shield should be right. If there's something else with the ship acting up, that'll be something we have to look into. So, I haven't seen many reports on that though, but we'll take a look.
And nothing about schedule, guys. Next hangar ready ship, stuff like that.
Can't tell you.
Can't really say anything about that. Yeah, in general, you're going to want to avoid any schedule related questions.
No matter how clever you ask them.
Yes, the answer is almost always going to be we can't tell you. Hi, Dan Kaminsky.
Hello. How are you doing?
Welcome. What are you working on lately?
Here, start doing.
Yep. He's working on the Herald.
Will the Constellation get modules?
Possibly. I don't really want to pre-confirm anything that we don't have really all locked in. Like the Retaliator modules, we had a good idea on what those were going to be. Once anything else gets set for a specific ship, we can, that'll be when we can share it with you guys.
Again, guys, no schedule questions. When this, when that, can't answer.
Yeah.
Any news on the Blitz racing mode?
No news.
Okay. I don't even know what it is. Is FPS slated to be out before or after AC 2.0?
Again, that's a calendar question,
Yeah.
and we're not going to answer it. When is FPS slated to be out? It was months ago. So yes, it was slated to be out before 2.0. I believe that's pretty much still the hope. It's a matter of it's redoing the animations right now. We're waiting for our report from Jason Hutchins right now to find out how that's going. But they're independent at this point. AC 2.0 has the tech it needs from the FPS development, and we'll let you know.
Is CIG aware that the Glaive's left wing missile is only firing backwards? Yes.
I have seen that one. Yeah.
Yes. That has been brought up quite a few times.
There's a lot of social module questions, and I have no idea.
Yeah, we're not able to answer many social module questions.
I didn't touch it.
Partially because it's a thing that you're going to experience very soon, and largely because it's the work of the guys in Austin, and it would do them a disservice to try and answer it when we don't know.
Majority of the people who work on that are in the Austin office, so we're not as helpful in that regard.
Here's a gimme. Did Ben enjoy his Wing Commander simulcast on INN?
Yes, I had a lot of fun doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me. I would love to do it again sometime. So, thank you to the guys at INN for hosting that.
When you say do it again, you mean watch the same movie and talk about it again?
Sure. No, we could do Wing Commander Academy, the show. We could do a playthrough of the games.
You guys still need to do a movies James hasn't seen but should have.
There's
all
not
movies.
enough time in the day.
Well,
man.
that's like a 72-hour weekend.
It's not.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not
It's
enough
still a
time.
good idea.
Someone asked a question about the status of the Herald. I went to buy it, I didn't buy too fast, and I didn't see it. But we do have some artists working on it right now, and we have a design review this afternoon just to make sure that everything's in line with what design wants out of the ship. So we are still actively making progress on that. Dan, you saw earlier, and Paul Forgy are working on that ship right now. So
And it looks
status is
awesome.
being worked on, and looking awesome.
For the questions about the Frankfurt studio being featured, and there was one specific about Paul Rundell being featured, we don't compel anybody to be on the shows. We invite, sometimes very often. Some folks just aren't interested in being on camera. They'd rather work, and we appreciate that tremendously. So we don't force anybody to be on the shows.
Someone asked about who's going to be at CitizenCon. I think it's mostly going to be people from our UK office because it's really close. However, I am campaigning to be sent to help because I've done a lot of events and I want to go. So cross your fingers for me.
It'll be mostly Manchester people.
And Zanny and Chris, for sure.
Because I saw the question at least pop up in the Twitch chat a few times. People asking about a passive auto aim function on any gimbals. More than likely, no. It will not be a embedded function of gimbals. We are looking at some things where you can get a additional targeting computer that you can plug onto a hard point, but that's going to have its own cost for any aim assist functionality it may carry over, and even that is still subject to tuning and implementation. So if it's something that we do offer, it's going to have a tangible power and potency cost to be used.
And here's an odd one. Someone mentioned having Mark Hamill play Wing Commander 3 and 4. I worked on a terrible Xbox Live Arcade Wing Commander game for Electronic Arts some years back, and we actually had Mark Hamill all set up to do a commercial for the game, But the sticking point came to the fact that he did not want to play a video game on camera, and that it killed the ad.
Wow, I didn't know
So
that.
it was just a weird thing. He did not want to play a video game for people. I guess that was before the advent of streaming.
But he's one of those people that take the controller up here. Like when you yell at your little brother, "Why are you moving the controller up here?" That was Mark Hamill, so nobody wants to see that.
No, we are not sending Darian to Australia. He is integral to Arena Commander, among other things, and everything would fall apart if he went down there.
You know he'd come back with some koala disease too.
Let's see what else we got. People saying they remember Wing Commander Arena. The side lore was really good.
I did that whole manual. I did all the lore in Wing Commander Arena. I didn't get credit for it at the time, but
So speaking of famous people who are not gamers playing video games, there's a segment called Clueless Gamer, and I think it's and
Conan
it's
O'Brien.
awesome. And it's Conan O'Brien, and he plays games, and he's not a gamer, and he reacts to them in funny ways, and is usually not very good at them. We should put Star Citizen on Clueless Gamer. That's what I think. I think that would be hilarious.
No, my
Neither of
explanation.
them are reacting. I'm like waiting. Oh, that's okay.
My explanation of how Mark Hamill plays video games was not serious.
yes.
Don't.
Contrary to
Well,
rumors
so
on
like
Reddit,
me
we actually do
Conan,
not see Mark Hamill
and
that
I still
often.
think we should do it,
No.
whether or not that was a serious story.
Yeah, we don't hang out with Mark Hamill, unfortunately.
Although the guy who played Seether in Wing Commander 4 apparently has an acting studio like a block from here.
Really?
Yes. Robert Rustler. Babylon 5's fighter pilot guy for one season.
Yeah. I'm kicking around the idea of learning acting from Robert Russell.
Yeah, let's go to Robert Rustler's acting studio after this.
Will the controls be able to be made like War Thunder has rather than like Star Conflict's controls?
Well, I don't know either of those references.
Yeah.
Controls are just an ongoing thing, and a big part of it, though, is we really want anyone to be able to find the right tuning and setup for their personal taste without having any one de facto standard of this is the I win button.
Thumbs up.
Did anyone at CIG read the INN blog article that included the SciTech Q&A? I did.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yep.
I even told them good job. You can see it. It's on Reddit. I said good job.
Someone's asking about the ladder on the Retaliator. That would be a question for the UK, since I believe they're working on the ship right now. I'm sure there's a place on forums somewhere to suggest that. I'll bring it up next time we talk to them.
How do they extend the blades on the glaive?
It should be set to weapon group 3 and then treated like a missile. If that is not working, please do post a bug to the bug report forum so we can take a look at that and find out what went up with the weapon groups.
Someone was asking about the Reliant again, so I'll say it again. They were saying, is it not being fast tracked? I don't know exactly what that means, but we do have people penciled in to be starting on it before the end of the year, so it should get made, relatively soon.
This is a person asking if that was the random Babylon 5 pilot who showed up in the credits for a season. Yes, I think it was season 2. He seemed to have no connection to any of the characters and existed only to be killed.
There's not been any progress with the Drake Dragonfly yet, although I don't think we have a new batch of concepts identified, so I can't say for sure. But,
It's on the short list.
It's on the short list, but I think, like I said in a previous TV, we would want some extra design work on that in the earlier stages, just to make sure like the functionality is something that works with everything else, and so I don't know. I'd have to find out if we have the bandwidth for that, and if not, it wouldn't make sense to do the Drake Dragonfly yet, unfortunately. But again, I promise you, as soon as we do, that will be one of the first ships we do, because I'm excited about it.
Yeah, the last ships in this last wave to be done, the Crucible, the Endeavor, and the Prowler.
Prowler, yeah.
Prowler, yeah.
Although we'll be kicking off the Prowler and probably a couple others that folks don't know about yet once the Endeavor and the Crucible are done. So there's always more ships.
Where is Sandy Garner? She's actually in her office in a Skype meeting right now.
Yep, door's closed, so
Yep.
it's a
We were
scary
being
one.
loud, so she closed the door.
Here's a good question. Does SIG intend to have the studios focus on specific ship manufacturers? For example, where Santa Monica work on Drake ships, Foundry 42 on the Aegis, etc. That is something we've talked about, and that is something that we're trying. In the next several ships that we have, and the next several ships that the UK has, are all of the same several manufacturers. The idea being, every artist has, certain styles or at least strengths, and we want to play to those. So that's a good question. That is something that we're doing right now, and we're going to see how it goes.
Are the Connie pins from Gamescom available any other way?
No, those were Gamescom exclusive. I have a handful of extras I'm going to bring to Dragon Con in about 2 weeks. And if you see me at the con, I will be happy to give you one. But we only have a couple left.
Here's another good question, very eloquently phrased. Freelancer. So the Freelancer has been handed off to the UK. They're going to finish that ship up in accordance with what I just said, and sort of splitting up the manufacturers a little bit. We handed it off not too long ago. I do not recall off the top of my head if they are working on that right now or coming up, but I know that it is one of the next several they're going to be working on if they are not currently. I can try to find out and let you guys know next week.
What's Lisa talking about?
Q stuff.
Ship stuff.
Why do the Glaive S5 weapons make no damage?
Their actual damage per shot is, I think, right now, like some of the highest in the game. It's just their rate of fire and their lifespan make them a little bit more problematic to use. Damage per shot is the big thing to care about, not just a raw DPS of damage times rate of fire, because DPS doesn't consider accuracy.
Constellation? Question mark. Since Freelancer work.
Well, you guys saw the
Since the
Constellation in the
Freelancer
demo, so we're working on it.
Yeah, we still have people working on it. We have not stopped progress since Gamescom. We've had the same two guys, Chris and Josh, out in Texas, continue working on it.
And they had a pretty good segment in Around the Verse 3 or 4 weeks ago, if you want to check it out, with lots of images of the new Constellation rework, if you haven't seen it. Alexis, why are you so awesome? And then some
That's what everyone
picture
here
with
wonders.
heart eyes and hands like this.
Just
And I think ears.
a
They're
natural
pure.
inclination.
Any chance of SIG underwear? No. 0 chance.
You don't want to see the Chris Roberts modeling photos for that one. And we don't want to take them.
Oh, man.
Matt, I know you're not much of a dogfighter, but have you actually flown the Scythe or Glaive?
Yeah, not as much as other ships. I wasn't the primary designer hooking those up, but I mean, I have flown them. I know how they handle. So.
He knows how to handle himself.
There's another question which I will begrudgingly answer. Caterpillar? And the answer to that is, I think, according to the schedule, which again has not been 100% signed off on, we're going to have some LA people start working on that sometime after New Year. So not anytime super soon, but not further away as it could be.
All they've started doing now is
Yeah.
asking, saying
It's
the
just
name
saying
of the
name.
ship with
it
a
makes
question
it
mark.
easier. It makes it easier. And here's the thing: if you ask me a ship and a bunch of question marks, if I have any idea and we're starting to get new information as we're piecing together this schedule, I will answer it. And if I don't, I won't, unless you keep asking it. In which case, I'll say I don't know. Stop asking.
Matt Sherman, Klingon?
No.
Carrick, I don't have any updates on that.
Talk
right now.
back.
I saw a bunch of
Talk
people
back.
starting to ask that one.
You can do that, Jared.
What would you say they should experience, Jared?
That was to be or not to be. Star Trek 6.
I know, and I was referencing the Star Trek VHS board game.
Experience Beige. Yeah, by the way, side note here. If you haven't experienced the Star Trek Interactive VCR board game with Robert O'Reilly, the actor who played Gowron, playing a completely different Klingon named Kovac, who looks and sounds exactly the same as Gowron. Turns out he only had one Klingon he could play. It's quite entertaining. Just don't play with Toast. He will betray you.
I see you have a question about the ship status page. I can't speak to 100% because that is community team's realm. They're asking about if bugs are going to be included, and I don't think there are any plans for that right now. That seems like it would be a lot more work for everyone.
Yeah, it's not about this.
Like significantly more work to add that than just to give statuses.
It's a status of their development.
Shakespeare. You don't want to start me on Shakespeare. I know an unfortunate amount of Shakespeare.
So the other
You may have
follow-up
Shakespeare
question
off
about
after
glaive
You
handling.
can have a Shakespeare off after this.
Shakespeare.
So the scythe and the glaive
Actually,
should have really
yes.
crazy handling, but a big part of that is the trade-off that they only get fixed weapons.
Here we go
So
today.
that's why their handling is a bit
I was having a good morning, and then I looked at that and I was like, oh, that's
sharper
not my
and
life.
intelligence than some other ships.
Replica they haven't said
Or
it
should
yet.
be sharper.
Ah, okay. Yeah, this was, I promise I'll keep this quick, but now I'm excited about it. We're talking about Shakespeare. Last year when I went to Gamescom, I took off some vacation time afterwards, and I went to London and Paris, and I'd never been to Europe before, and it was amazing. And I went to, let me make sure, I don't have any identifying information on here. And I went to the Globe Theater, and I saw a play by Shakespeare. I saw Antony and Cleopatra. Pretty good. All right, back to ships.
Will there be Shakespeare in the Park in 2944?
Yeah,
We're in 2945 now.
Yeah, we're on 29:45 now.
So
I'm so sorry. Everyone's getting mad. They're like, Lisa, why are you talking over him? I'm so sorry. Keep going, please.
I already said my piece.
can we please have a sneak peek of Mother Nature in the universe of Star Citizen? Industrial Overload.
But it still looks the same. Grass is still grass. But we will see more natural environments as we build some of our systems to explore.
How can you colonize a planet without plastering it in concrete first?
That's what terraforming does.
There was a question about the status of the alien races and if they're making good progress, and they are. We've actually had concept artists working for the past several months, fleshing out and improving the Vandul and just making variants of them so not every single Vandul looks exactly identical. And he's been doing a good job. I don't know when we're planning to do that release stuff. I just don't worry about when it's coming in and these guys do that magic.
I think a couple of the updated Vandal pieces showed up in like Chris's Comic-Con presentation, maybe. So
Yeah. they
go back
did
and look
actually.
carefully at that.
Yep.
There was a request to do the cutlass for ship shape. Noted. I will have to look into when I can get enough information to have it be worthwhile. But I'll look into it. Thank you.
Official pronunciation of Xi'an.
John.
Xi'an.
Jian.
Xi'an.
There's many ways to say it.
Most often.
Yeah,
My instinct is Xi'an.
They actually, this is one of those things where just like how people pronounce names differently in the real world, the writers actually encourage the different pronunciations of Xi'an. However, in our Confluence data page, there is a specific, the official, the one that the race themselves go by is Xi'an.
I've never heard anyone ever call it the Xi'an Scout.
I call it the Xi'an Scout.
Well, you
What
don't.
else would you
I've
call
always
it?
called
What
it the
else do you
Xi'an
call
Scout. James calls it the Jean Scout.
Oh, okay.
Some people call it the Xi'an Scout. Those people have never
I
ordered
call-
Chinese
Someone
food.
said I call them X-Men.
Some people call them the X-Men.
Uh,
But in the Confluence
funny.
page, it's maintained by our own Sherry Heiberg. It's listed as Xi'an.
Whose desk we've taken for this.
Yes. Yes. Let's give. By the way, pour some liquor out for Sherry Heiberg because every week she works at this desk, and we kick her out for an hour. So we're working on an alternative to that.
kind of near lunch.
At the new office, we're going to have a whole
Yeah.
area. It's going to be nice.
Will there be nightclubs and gambling casinos at planet sides? Will there?
There will be nightclubs for sure. Gambling is always there's some legal questions how
Oh,
you do
yeah.
gambling in a game. But
Such a touchy thing. I
yeah.
mean, it adds gameplay, but it also adds complications.
but certainly nightclubs. In fact, I think they've already built at least one of them.
Space Vegas.
That's the 890 jump, basically.
Who's built a
nightclub.
space nightclub?
The guys in Austin, they're doing the Million Mile High Clubs for
I'm gonna hit them up.
an upcoming event.
That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
When are we moving to the new office?
Planet 10.
Last I heard was late September, but I don't know if that's accurate.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of construction to do. So
We're excited though.
Experience of a dance all night at the club.
yes, Ben gets his own office.
Yes, finally.
He won't
Oh, nice.
stop going on about it.
Mm-hmm.
What about shoe stores?
He doesn't have to sit next
Wait,
to
why
any
do you
of us
think I
anymore.
want shoe stores in the social module?
Because of your GTA.
Oh, because of
Shoe
the
store,
tweet
yes.
like a year or few
We
ago.
talked- I think you talked
That's
about
true.
it in the-
That's,
we
oh,
talked
that's
about it on the
right.
show. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. I forgot about it.
Unconvinced CIG hates the Avenger. We don't hate the Avenger.
I didn't like Avengers too much.
Forgot I told that story. I was like, why did they think that?
No, the Avengers is a great example of how we prioritize design before making money, because we're not going to do Avenger variants until the guys responsible for that ship are happy with them. So
Yep. And the Avenger is one of our most popular ships.
it is.
Doing. I won't tell you exactly how many are out there, but I just recently just did an audit of how many of each ship is actually out there in the world owned by folks, and Avengers in our top 10.
Also, shut up, Sandy's here.
Oh, hi, Sandy.
I've been here for a while.
So, when it's ready for the Avenger. What are you doing, Sandy?
What happened to our last? What happened to doing it on here?
The camera is in the UK.
That was when we did it with the
yeah.
live stream box.
Yeah.
Live
I
stream
asked
box?
the same question actually.
Actually, the camera was owned by Hennessy, and the
Ah.
live stream box is in the UK. So yeah,
Okay.
we were testing it, but we're not set up for that yet.
So we have to bring it back from CitizenCon before we can do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
That's
But
a great
hopefully
idea.
by then
Made
we'll have-
everything so much easier.
Yeah.
Hopefully by then we'll be in the new office and we won't have to worry about it either way. Because we'll have a fancy
No,
new
we
space.
should always make Sherry's computer the live streaming computer, no matter where we
No matter
are.
where we're at.
Where is she? Did we kick it off?
Yeah.
We did good job.
Nice.
No information on the modding tools. Still way too far away.
What artists will be working on the bin and merchantman? We don't know yet. I don't have that info.
All right. 11:51. Lightning round.
Sandy, they asked if your tattoo was real.
No, it's not, but I still can't get it off.
Is it one of those like henna tattoos, or
No, it's
just
not.
a really
It's just
permanent
a-
one?
Yeah, it seems that
Let's see. Yeah, Sandy's tattoo was a temp tattoo we gave away at. But we gave away at most of our events. We were giving away even at Gamescom.
way. I saw somebody with one stuck on his forehead. Did you see that?
I had somebody at Dragon Con that first year who did that. One of the guys from Mog Nation.
At PAX South, I tried to convince James to do a tramp stamp with it. He wouldn't.
Have we given people Dragon Con details?
Yes, we can.
The answer is no, he hasn't done it.
Right.
We did talk about Dragon Con earlier, didn't we?
No, you didn't give out any details.
Okay.
You said you'd be there.
We'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have the Big Star Citizen Q&A panel on Saturday. You know, they tell us not to release the specific schedule until they publish their booklet. But Saturday is the big day for us, and then on Sunday I've got a couple of like general gaming panels with folks from other companies, and then both of the Daves are doing some writing panels. Should be fun. We'll probably get together with like the Star Citizen AA guys on Saturday night. Just hang out. Should be fun. We'll have some constellation pins. If you see me there, ask me for a constellation pin. I'll give you one. We've got some other bits and pieces of swag. We'll do a fly free. Can't say it.
Tongue twister.
A fry free. And fly
Free
free.
fries.
Free fries. Free fries for everyone who does Dragon Con. There goes our 85 million.
No kidding. Ben, have you ever been to the U.S. Air Force Museum?
Yes, I have. It is a fantastic museum. One of my life goals has always been to visit every unmanned American spacecraft. And so a couple of years ago, I went to the U.S. Air Force Museum in Dayton. And it's a huge museum. It's really cool.
Actual question. What's it like working with Sandy? No, really.
It is terrible. She's just a slave driver.
Oh, my God.
We can't stand her.
I'm just glad she's not here.
No, I've been working with Sandy ever since, day negative 100 of the project, and I could not ask for a cooler person to work with. because they wouldn't give me one. No, no, we all love Sandy.
I think that's probably because there's a job ad up and they're all thinking people are thinking,
Oh,
do
oh.
I really want to apply for that job?
Plans for our 2016 events?
TBD?
TBD?
TBA. We D'd already, but we're going to A later.
We have lots of live streams planned.
Wow.
So for a lot of the module questions that I see popping up, especially for the ships that aren't flight ready, we're not really going to be able to answer those questions at all until the base ship is flight ready. Once we get to that point, we can really start seeing what kind of modules, what kind of extended gameplay we want to put into that ship, into those into the variants, and really flesh it out there.
For the folks asking for new merchantman art, every piece of art for the merchantman's been shared. We even went digging for some unused concepts a month or two ago. Ben
As
did.
soon as we get the ship list, we'll do updated ship list.
The person who mentioned the Cosmosphere, I have not made it out there yet, but it's on my bucket list. And to the person who asked what the 3 Vanguard variants are named, they're the Warden, that's the classic, the Sentinel, and the Harbinger. Harbinger?
Which
Harbinger.
one's the
Harbinger.
Eeyore one?
So we call it Harbinger.
Sentinel. is
Harbinger,
the,
but I like Harbinger.
So tell us how to properly pronounce that word, Internet.
And the Sentinel will be
Harbinger?
really, really cool.
The Sentinel is very cool.
Yeah.
Sentinel is very cool. I like
One of
the
those
Harbinger.
people who's like,
I love the name Harbinger.
And I'll be like, yeah, it's this one. He'll be like, shut up. I'm like, no, but I know.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
Sandy, I see you taking pics.
I am. It's the new selfie. It's about to be posted.
Do they still have that SR-71? Who saw that? Oh, the Cosmo, the.
I'm sure they do at the Air Force Base. We actually had a wedding last summer in Seattle that took place under an SR-7. I think it was actually an A-12. But there's something weird about when you see those in a museum. They're just like this dark magic to them.
Oh, I saw the SR-71 actually fly and land at Edwards Air Force Base in the late 80s, and got to stand under it while it cooled down. As it cooled down, the metal constricted, and it was raining underneath the SR-71. On a clear, sunny day, there was a little rainstorm underneath the SR-71, and it was one of the best memories I'll ever have.
Well, I'll do you one better. One of our backers, who I guess I should not name, is actually an SR-71 pilot back in the day. And
Really?
some really cool stories, yeah.
All right, that's it for round of verse. I need to go find this backer.
There's a question about replacing the snub fighter on the Constellation with the 3rd turret. No, I don't think that's a thing right now, and I will pass along. He was asking if that's a thing, and if not, can you pass along the suggestion, and I will pass along the suggestion.
Yeah. I mean, that
It's a
sort of
design
falls
tool.
into the, we need to get it flight ready first. We need to get that
Yeah.
snub dock working as we need it to work first, and then we can look at possible replacements. Not a bad idea, but we got enough on the plate ahead of it.
Another place to see SR-71 is the National Aerospace Museum's out of our Hazy facility in Virginia. Another cool museum.
And doesn't the Intrepid have one in New
Yes,
York?
you just read that in chat.
Did I?
Yes, that's what I was responding to.
Oh,
There's a question, is the HUD going to be redone for all ships to match the Merlin, so it will be built into the ship and not just floating on screen? That'll depend on manufacturer. Each manufacturer will have their own style. Some will have some holographic stuff and some won't. So it'll kind of be a per manufacturer stylistic kind of thing.
all right, 2 minutes.
Let's get one last great question.
There's an SR-71 at the museum in at Robbins Air Force Base.
There's a lot of SR-71s, it turns
Apparently.
out.
Palm Springs has a B-17.
Now everyone's inviting you to come.
We can go to Palm
Planes.
Springs.
Yeah, let's go to Palm
We can go to
Springs.
Palm Springs.
Remember how G.I. Joe Cobra had an SR-71 as their airplane? What was the deal with that? Is Lockheed just jerks in that universe?
Someone asked way earlier, will there be EDM festivals in Star Citizen? Only if they let me get my hands on PU, which I think is probably why they're not.
But you can always make your own EDM festival.
Will the Hanger Hollow Table be updated sometime?
Yes. Yeah, actually, I had this question earlier. Yes, we are working on a revamp for the Hollow Table. No, it's not immediate, but it is in the plans.
Yep.
So, we know there are issues with the Hollow Table.
And the new CCU system is still forthcoming. We're just talking about it with Turb this week. It's just still testing on the back end. It's got to work. All right, guys. Well, that pretty much wraps up this week's Reverse the Verse. Thanks for watching. I'm Jared Huckabee. That's Ben Lesnick. That's Lisa Ohanian. That's Matt. It's reversed. That's Matt Sherman. That's James Pugh. That's Justin Chambers. That's Alexis Lesnick. And you're the Star Citizens. Thanks for watching.
One more thing. Sunday is this gentleman's birthday. We should all...
Who?
You.
No.
So happy birthday to Jared Discordando Huckabee.
Yeah, it's my
Oh, happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Jarrett.
I'm old.
I feel like the Geico commercial.
I am the oldest person.
I know,
I am.
right?
Yeah, I'm the oldest person on this screen.
No, because John Schimmel was always with